It's breakfast time. What are you guys doing?
Yummy. But look, there's jam
Oh,
sesh.
he's dancing. That's how he dances.
We had a full day of eating. It's 6:50. I'll see you when I make my coffee.
Okay, so alongside his eggs, I also toasted up a piece of base culture bread that he usually has. This is the cinnamon raisin version that I found at Whole Foods, and it looked super good, and I thought I would probably eat some myself. So this is gonna be Theo's first time trying it. You wanna try it, or you just wanna keep eating your eggs? Theo?
Doesn't like it.
He just wants eggs. He probably would like it. So for my coffee, I do decaf. So this is the decaf I use. I'm gonna use some of this cinnamon toast MCT oil powder. It's super good. Of course, my Nut Pods creamer, and in my new Christmas mug that my best friend sent me.
I'm making coffee. This is what I've been doing lately. Espresso. And then I already added some of this creamer. It's mostly coconut cream. I usually put a little stevia in. I add some boiling water, and this is what's called an Americano, I believe.
I'm about to head to the gym real quick, and I'm going to have a pre-gym snack, and then maybe I'll be out and do some errands.
All right, guys, having my lunch or my first meal, 3 breakfast sausages. Mega's been getting these. They're a little spicy. They're tasty. Is that like maybe like 10 ounces or so? I don't know. It's hard to tell. And 3 eggs. And I have this, which is goat milk kefir, which I bought from the store, which I'm also using this to restart my kefir culture because I lost my old one. I put it in the freezer and now it's gone. I can't find it. So
you also picked up some raw milk.
yeah, so I'm making homemade kefir, but this is store-bought. It's pretty tasty. It's okay. Goat milk, I don't like that
Theo
much.
didn't like it.
If you guys don't know, we have a newsletter that I send out a few times per week, and I thought I would extrapolate on the one I just sent because a lot of you guys aren't on the newsletter. 5 counterintuitive ways to lose weight. I was going through some weight loss statistics. This is Statista, which I think is pretty reliable. 48% of adults believe obesity is caused by diet. Seems rather low, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would think 100% of people would think that.
I think a lot of people think or put a lot of weight on genetics.
I mean, that's
for
a
everything.
factor. Yeah, I'm sure it's somewhere in there.
It's
in
probably
the
a
mix.
lot smaller than we give weight to, though.
31% obesity rate now, and I think it's only growing.
And a lot of them are kids, which is the saddest part to me. Because that's just like, they don't have control over the foods they're choosing, right? We were driving by our high school in our area, and they have Chick-fil-A. I'm a little jealous, but I'm also a little upset. It's like a combo.
But that is sort of getting to my point, which is these tips aren't actually counterintuitive. They're counterintuitive to our modern sensibilities, which are so distorted by just cultural phenomenons and like crazy agriculture practices these days. So I was doing like some research, like what do people actually think you're supposed to do to lose weight? So I went to like the big dogs who you would expect to give terrible advice, and they delivered. Dr. Oz, Jillian Michaels, and Good Housekeeping. I thought that was like a good cross section of just idiots on, the mainstream media.
Yeah.
Does that seem accurate?
I think we've been in Good Housekeeping, but yeah.
We were on Dr. Oz too.
Okay.
So Dr. Oz has some tips. Spoil your dinner by eating a little 100-calorie snack beforehand. Why?
That makes no sense.
I can kind of see what he's going for,
What
but
is he going for? Why wouldn't you just eat the 100 calories at your meal?
it's all about like playing tricks on your body. Like they think that you're supposed to, your body's constantly deceiving you, and it just is seeking out candy all day, so you have to trick it to make it so you can lose weight. It's such a terrible perspective.
Wait, so if you eat 100 calories before dinner, you won't be as hungry at dinner? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. Fill up on fiber. It's the same tactic. It's all not trusting your body, using tricks to be able to lose weight.
You know what? I feel like a lot of people talk about Metamucil. Like my friends were just talking about it.
Yeah.
I want to take it. I
Why?
don't know why we were
It's
talking
just
about
psyllium husk fiber and sugar.
I know, but a lot of people take it. Like my brother takes it. He has like digestive issues, but
Yeah, it's really bad.
I wonder what it would do. Would it just make me poop instantly?
Yeah. Okay, so that's Dr. Oz. We got Jillian Michaels, very controversial, I think intentionally, and just given terrible tips like always. Don't overeat. You're an idiot.
Well, parentheses, what does it say?
That means healthy foods too.
See, that's where I differ. I think overeating in Whole Foods, like if I ate this and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have 2 more eggs, I would prefer that than like I'm gonna have a keto bar now.
The thing is, you can't overeat this when your body is actually functioning like a normal body should.
Over
you
a period.
Can't, yeah, so if you eat this food for a period of time, you can't overeat it. Their whole perspective is you're the one who's weak. You can't just eat less. You suck. Look at me. I'm over here eating less. I can do it. You have to do certain things to get your body back functioning like it normally does so that you're even a person that can eat less. Most people physically can eat less. You can't just say eat less and then they'll eat less.
Yeah.
People try that. That doesn't work. That's why no one loses weight.
And also, what is healthy foods? Like, we're not like Nutri-Grain bars might be healthy foods to a lot of people. You can overeat those.
Well, the thing is for example, Michaels likes to snack on Sunbiotics almonds and Crave jerky, who she's a spokesperson for. It's just like, it's just right in your face. They don't care about you at all. Number 1, drink more water. Trick your body. Fill it up with water so you don't have to actually eat food.
That's a fair thing.
I think it's really bad advice.
I don't.
Eliminate sugar-sweetened beverages. Sure, that's a
great.
free one. Drink less alcohol. Okay.
That's great.
Monitor portion sizes. Really bad advice. You actually probably should be eating bigger portion sizes.
Well, if you're eating rice and quinoa, monitor those.
Sure, this gets into my email, which I'll go over in a sec. Cook at home. Good advice. Most of these are pretty decent. Eat more vegetables and fruit. Eat less starches. Get physically active. Start resistance training. Get adequate sleep. Yeah, these are pretty decent. Number 14, try wheatgrass shots. They just slide that one in there.
We've tried them.
See, some of these things, they just distend reality. Is that even the term? Humans should be cultivating grass and juicing it and drinking it. See, like, that's something that if you went back 300 years and said, hey, drink this wheatgrass juice, it would be like, what do you mean? Grass?
Isn't that poison?
You juiced grass? Why would you juice grass? But to our modern sensibilities, it's like, oh, there must be some health properties to this. It tastes really bad. That means it's good for me. So then my 5 tips that are counterintuitive based on what we just read, if that's what is actually intuitive, which it's not. But in the modern world, that is what people do. Eat bigger meals. Most people starting a keto diet, they're trying to punish themselves because that is an indicator that the diet's working. So they sandbag their calories because they know they're going to be hungrier at night. When in reality, if you just ate a few big meals before you're actually really hungry, you wouldn't have that rebound effect at night where you're like starving and you're looking in the cupboards. So a lot of us, even people that do intermittent fasting, they're like starving by the time they eat their first meal. Much better would be to just eat a little bit before you're starving hungry and have a big meal. This isn't even that big. This is kind of small. I should be having more. Mindset is the next one. Success is something you attract by the person you become. You have to become the person that eats healthy. It's not just some transient thing that you can do for some period of time. You can't fake it. You got to become a healthy person. Because a lot of people, they go into this and they're like, okay, I'm going to do my keto diet, then back to the donuts and, my old life. You can't do that. It has to be a new life, which is scary for some people. Focusing too much on the short term, how much weight can I lose in the first week? You're constantly getting on the scale. So you're just focusing on the short term, which has bad consequences for the long term. So if you're just focusing on like what you weigh in a week, it's going to be a negative for what you weigh in a year, probably. Unless you're doing something sustainable. Plan ahead. Are you going to be on your diet, off your diet? How far off your diet? Is it a one meal thing? Is it like a little snack after dinner or something? As long as you have a plan, even if your plan is being a little bit off plan, that's good. What's bad is spontaneous combustion. No, just spontaneously giving up on your diet. And lastly is if you're expecting actual foods to taste as good as your standard American diet fake foods, you can't really expect that to be the case. You have to recalibrate your palate. So like to me, this meal, it tastes really good. I enjoy it. But years ago, it wouldn't really be that tasty because there's the option of having like Twinkies and, really stuff that is just engineered for pure taste. So once those are off the table, you got to kind of recalibrate your palate.
Just know that takes a while. It doesn't happen overnight. It could take, I feel like it took like a year for me to actually enjoy the sweetness of things that wouldn't taste sweet, like carrots and scallops. Like now, when I eat, like, one of my favorite meals is ground beef and carrots, like just raw carrots, because for me it's like a salty sweet thing. Like the sweet carrots balance the salty meat. It's so good. And then scallops are just very naturally sweet. So the recalibration takes a while, and that's okay. All of these things take time. It's not just as easy as like reading it in a newspaper or a newsletter and then applying it.
This is my lunch right here. So I have a coconut wrap. Then there's some Swiss cheese, and then I made some tuna salad with some celery and some everything, but the bagel seasoning. And I'm also just gonna do some recording here for a podcast and then edit it so it can go live.
All right, guys, we have a very exciting sponsor for this video. So Birch Benders has a new launch. They have cake mixes, so they have vanilla, chocolate, and then they have a brownie mix, and they're all keto, as well as these frostings. I've never seen frostings like this. When I saw this, it like brought me back to my childhood, where you just buy the container and you eat it right out of the container, right? You've done that before, right?
Yeah.
It's so tasty. So I'm really excited to try these. We're actually going to try them later when Theo wakes up from his nap. So these launched on February 5th, so you can get them right now. And I actually baked the vanilla cake. So vanilla cake with vanilla or chocolate frosting is probably my favorite.
What about chocolate with chocolate?
That I'm down with that. But like not as down as I am with vanilla and chocolate, you know? Vanilla cake's just like the perfect base for like any sort of frosting. Chocolate base is just like too much, too indulgent. They have their cake mixes. You know, they have their mug cake cups we love, pre-made waffles which we eat for like brunch on the weekends, and then they also have mixes for pancakes and waffles. Okay. He thinks it's hot still, so he's blowing on it. Okay, we got vanilla and we got chocolate. Theo. So we got 0 net carbs and 1 net carb.
Decide on your icing.
Theo, which icing do you want? Pick one. Which one? He picked vanilla.
Bad pick. Switching to chocolate, it looks like.
Daddy's pick of the litter. Ooh. Do you want to help me? Good job. Do you want to try it?
Oh, don't give him too much. Oh my. Do you like it?
We'll just ice the top. So this is Theo's lunch. It was a cheeseburger, but it looks like he ate all the cheese off of the top of the meat. And there is some burger left, but he ate the most of it. So I'm gonna save the rest of this and give it to Julius. And Matt and Theo just left, so I'm gonna have some coconut pieces while I sit and watch a little bit of TV before I get dinner going. And once I get dinner going, I'll show you what I make. For dinner tonight, I'm making a chicken stir fry. Right now I have the chicken with some coconut aminos, some garlic powder, and just like sliced up bite-sized pieces I'm searing. And I got some broccoli going down here. I'm gonna get just soft before I add it so it cooks best. We have some shredded carrots, some garlic, and some coconut aminos. So here's my chicken. I pulled it off so I could get all the veggies and the ginger and garlic cooking. So that looks super good already. I like crisped it up. Here is the sauce. It's super simple. So it's just some bone broth, some aminos, and I put a teaspoon of arrowroot powder. And this is gonna like thicken it up nicely and just make sure everything gets super coated. 1 teaspoon goes a long way because this is 1.5 pounds of chicken. And then there's our ginger and garlic. And I'm gonna probably drizzle some sesame oil on top at the end of mine. Matt might not want some. So now just ginger, garlic, and carrots and broccoli. And then we'll add back the chicken and the sauce and it'll be done. Dinner just got off the stove. Here comes my little swimmery baby. Hi. Swam like a little Michael Phelps.
Yeah. He did, but midway through, he walked over to his chair and tried sitting on it because he wanted to leave.
Theo, can you see broccoli?
So we got dinner going down. Always fun after swimming lessons are over. Just relaxing for the night. So this is what we got, and I forgot to tell you guys I had a little snack earlier too.
I showed them I had coconut.
I had coconut.
And then I had like cheese at some point.
I had a string cheese and an Epic bar.
Okay. I had Epic bar this morning. We're kind of just on the same wavelength.
Everyone's in the clean plate club except Theo.
What are you eating? Moro masuche. Moro batay. Okay, it's broccoli. And it's really, really nice that... And it's really, really nice that with birthdays and holidays, now you don't have to like worry so much because you get the icing and... Oh, that looks good. The icing and the actual cake mix. Okay.
We can't even do videos anymore.
I guess I'll just take a bite out of it. Theo's
You
just
could do like
parrot.
a thinner 2 cakes and make a layer cake too.
Yeah.
Try the cake.
Do you want cake? Someone's a cake man.
He turns back. I think that means he wants more.
It's the chocolate frosting sweet and the cake's not too sweet, so it's like the perfect complement for each other. Thank you for sponsoring this video, Birch Benders, and definitely check out their mixes. But what's your favorite of theirs?
Pancake mix.
Really? Mine's are the pre-made waffles.
Sometimes oh, that's good too for breakfast sandwiches.
Hot! Don't touch. He burned his hand over the weekend, so now when he goes close to the stove, he just hot!
I'm gonna have about 2 ounces of this and a few squares of this dark chocolate.
Oh, I'm gonna have some of that too. So this is a Spindrift, and this is probably my favorite. It's half tea, half lemon, and Theo just goes crazy when I start filling the cup with ice. He knows what's coming. It's just so refreshing and the perfect nightcap, and I have it every night. And then he's been saying mine today.
Mine.
No, it's mine. But
Mine.
you can have some.
Baba.
Blow kiss.
Mwah.